This is a story of when I partied with my therapist. Now that's going to sound crazy, like you broke some kind of professional boundaries, right? I was in a very unique situation at my job because I started working with the same company that provided me with my therapy. So it was really interesting because I would do my peer counseling during the day, and then when my shift was over, I would go right into the clinic and talk to my therapist and have my therapy session. So at the end of the year, we had a company party where all the therapists were invited to the party. I was the only peer specialist at that time. So I was invited to the party, and I remember actually talking to my therapist about it and telling my therapist, I feel awkward about going to the company party because of these lines between peer counselor and therapist. If anyone knows, it's almost just like being a client and working at that same place. You want to look at your therapist through this lens of, we have these professional boundaries up and we don't cross those lines. I just go into this session for 30 minutes, 45, an hour, whatever it is, talk to you about my problems. You help me through my problems. You go about your day and I go about my day. But all of a sudden, we're unveiling the curtain and I'm going to be at this company holiday party with all these people that I looked at as superhumans. So the therapist told me, you don't have to feel any type of way about it because you are a professional as well. You have a separate life that you are entitled to where you receive therapy, which is your self-care. And even though it's in the same facility that you're working at, you're invited to this party because you are staff. So I was dreading it because I was like, I'm going to feel awkward. I'm going to feel so out of place. And on top of that, all of these people had seen me at my worst in the basement when I came in there needing the most help. So I remember I contemplated whether I should go or not, but my coworkers were like, you belong there. So I got myself together. I went to this company party, and who's the first person I see when I walk in the door? My therapist. My therapist greeted me. She gave me a hug. She told me that she was so happy to see me there. And that was it. And I felt like that was the person I needed to see, and that was the greeting I needed to get. Because if I had not seen her and not gotten that greeting, I'd wonder where she is and wonder what our interaction was going to be like. I know there's rules and laws that they're not supposed to talk about your therapy sessions elsewhere, but in my mind, I'm still like, this is my therapist. So it was like, that was a rite of passageway. Like, I'm here. I'm in here amongst my peers. I'm not less than anyone in here. And I'm not in here because of being a client. I'm in here because of the service that I provide to the company and the clients that come see me. So as I actually went through the room, the people that used to see me were all telling me that they were very happy to see me there. They were inspired by my journey to even be in that type of position from where I was. And I enjoyed the rest of the night. You know, I was so happy to be there. And something like that really made me feel validated in what I do. It made me feel important. It made me feel seen. And it made me feel like peer specialists are just as important to the mental health world as anyone else. And that was my experience when I partied with my therapist.